Everyone, today I'll be reviewing this animated movie just dropped on Netflix called Rumble, and it is starring Will Arnett, Roman Reigns, and this movie it is from Paramount, and this movie it is available on Paramount Plus, but it is just dropped on Netflix for its worldwide audience. And this movie's trailer came out 2 years ago, and finally this movie is here for everyone to see. And this movie, although the trailer looked like this movie is going to be a little bit like, comedy, funny type, but actual movie, it is quite different from the trailer. That is why I think this movie's overall rating is so low on Rotten Tomatoes score. But I actually enjoyed this movie. I thought this movie overall, it is okay movie. This is a wrestling movie about all this monster who do this wrestling in this town, like small town, and all this wrestling star, they're like a superstar monster here, and the town's like the leading monster when he quit. And this town, so there's a huge stadium. Now it's gonna shut down because the monster, the star monster, he doesn't want to do wrestling anymore. He's moving out. So this movie, it is kind of a small town feel type movie. And this girl who was like, her dad was used to run the stadium, she takes over. Like, she finds another lovable monster, and she kind of wants to train him to do this wrestling. And he's like, whoa. I don't want to do this. This monster name is Steve, and Steve, like, he's is doing some gig here and there. He doesn't want to do this. Although we find out in this movie, Steve's dad, he used to be this huge wrestling monster. Like, everybody knows him, but he was just hiding. He doesn't want to be in his dad's name. So I guess this movie, it is also about coming out of your comfort zone, and getting also getting out of your father name, do something your own. Also, it is a small town story. Also, it is this girl who is also trying to take over her dad's stuff. I thought this movie, it was okay. It isn't as funny as the trailer said, but it's not bad either. This movie, it is a normal animated movie, I would say. It does have a message about overcoming, coming out of your father's shadow and do something your own. Same time, all the wrestling fight in this movie, when you watch it, you're like, these are stage. And of course, this Steve monster, when he owes a lot of money to her boss. And as I was saying, I didn't mind this movie at all, because I watched it on Netflix, and I was really looking forward to seeing this because I liked the trailer a lot. I think a lot of people did. This movie, it is trending on Netflix. I see everywhere. People are probably checking it out. And now that I have seen it, I think, it's okay movie, but I think the kids will not like this movie. It's a little bit like, it's like an older kids type, I would say. Like, it's not as funny as you hope, but it's not bad either. I think Will Arnett, to get him for this Steve monster voice wasn't that good choice, I feel like. Although he did do his best, I feel like someone else, like the voice actor, could have been done better job. Roman Reigns, who is in this movie, I think his voice was okay. And Terry Crews, if you know him from the Brooklyn Nine-Nine, he did this tentacle voice. I thought he was funny. He was actually good. There's many other voice actor you might recognize. Overall, I thought this movie was okay. It wasn't bad for me. But if you didn't like, I understand. But it's okay movie. It does starts out a little slow, but as it goes on, I thought it was okay time watching. And that's my thought on this movie. Let me know in the comment what do you think about this movie. If you enjoyed about this review, don't forget my other reviews on other Netflix movie. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.